Hey everyone, welcome back to the Visually Stunning Movie Podcast. I am Mark, your host. That's Ryan. Hi Ryan.
Hey,
Movie came out last week.
yeah.
Um, this movie is both a little different and a little similar. And yes, I said it wrong on purpose to show how close it is to some other things that you might have seen. It's called Monster Summer. Um, Intent on the Stranger Things aesthetic or idea in that it feels very retro,
Yeah.
even though I think it's theoretically present day. About a group of kids on Martha's Vineyard, I believe, um, whose summer of fun is disrupted by some dark and weird events that our hero, who is an aspiring journalist, feels compelled to investigate and try to solve. And it involves kids being going missing and then being found, but being left in this weird, not quite catatonic state.
Yeah.
But they're just kind of not all there, and they're just very quiet and yeah. So it's interesting, and of course the idea is that one of the tenants in his mother's boarding house is a witch, and she's doing this to the children. That's this crack journalist's idea.
Yes.
Um, and so he's trying to prove that to the the newspaper man who rejects all of his stories, the police who think he's a crazy kid, and his friends who are like, yeah, but you're just being a little crazy, dude. This is Martha's Vineyard, and witches aren't real. Really, is what it boils down to. Um, this might be most interesting for the fact that it has Lorraine Bracco in it, who's awesome, and it also has Mel Gibson in it. And I would not have pegged him for this movie ever at any time in his career. Um,
No,
he-
no,
I don't
probably
think I
not.
would. But he plays a retired slash disgraced policeman
Yes.
on the island, who is the subject of much conspiratorial talk amongst the town folk, and who is reluctantly drawn into this investigation, not of witches because witches aren't real, but the missing children angle, which plays into his background in a way that is determined across the course of the film. It also stars a young man that all the people in Utah will know, Patrick Renna from Sandlot,
Yes.
who plays the umpire of the Little League
Yes.
games in this
In
movie.
a
So
in
they're all ball
clearly
players, so
a
he shows up a lot.
yeah.
Um,
Clearly just let's cash in on Sandlot.
right. So we'll
Like
make him an umpire.
there's really no other reason for it.
No, not really, except that all the kids congregate at baseball games. So if there's a
Well,
kid thing, of
yes.
course you want to go to where they are. Um, Again, this is supposed to evoke the same sense of nostalgia, though present day, that
Yeah,
Stranger Things gives us.
but here's the one thing that I think right off the bat, it feels where Stranger Things feels like it's a PG-13 kind of edgy R sort of film.
Right?
Like this really felt like it was fully intended to be PG, but messed up somewhere along the way.
And became PG-13. It's
Yes,
probably the lamest PG-13 out there.
it may be.
Oh wait,
Um,
wasn't ET the first PG-13?
oh, I don't remember, but I mean,
Anyway,
Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom was what caused it. But anyway,
oh yeah, that's right.
but so it almost it's almost like, well, why isn't this just because it's? I mean, I think it's language, if I remember correctly, that probably gave it its 13 rating,
It might.
and it's almost like, well, why bother? Why just take out a couple words and then your audience will probably, you'll hit the audience that really this
That
film,
it's for.
yes, is for, because it's really not going to hit the Stranger Things audience. because
No.
it's not remotely that dark.
Yep.
I mean, I guess some of the themes are sort of that
This
dark.
this movie easily could have been a solid PG-13.
Yeah, but
No, if
anyway,
you did, yeah, but no, this movie as constructed could easily
yeah,
have been turned into
sure.
a solid PG-13 movie.
But
Um,
I don't know. Anyway,
they
but
wanted it to be lighter, and they
yes,
blurred darker when it could have easily been darker with some lighter moments.
sure. And so but again, so for me, it's like, well, you're either not dark enough or you're too dark, and that's kind of a weird place to be
Yeah,
with a movie that's of this. And like you said, there's definitely I guess it's the Spielberg uh, nostalgia kind of feel that they're going for,
yeah.
although that's not exactly what it is, but um, I mean, it's, I guess, non-offensive, sort of. Not well. I wouldn't really. I don't know. I mean, it just seems weird because the people I would recommend it to might be put off by the fact that it's PG-13,
Right.
which sounds strange, but that's kind of what we're dealing with.
Know thy audience.
Yeah.
Right. Hey everyone, welcome back to season 9 of the Visually Stunning Movie Podcast. If you like what you're seeing and hearing, please feel free to like us, share us, follow us wherever you're listening to us, actually. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe. That would be great. Go to the website at vsmoviepodcast.com, and that will give you links to all of our socials. It'll give you write-ups of stuff that's not audio, but you'll get pretty much everything there. So if you like what you're seeing and hearing, make sure you share it with everyone else. Now let's get back to the show. Yeah, and it
I don't think it was bad.
is fairly non-offensive,
Yes.
but that also makes it fairly unremarkable.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
But it's not a bad movie.
No, but
This movie should.
it's like a Disney Channel, but a little, you know.
It's Disney After Dark.
Yes, which
If you remember that tagline from a way back, it's Disney
yeah,
After Dark.
which is just barely more than Disney in the day. But.
Exactly, yeah, pretty much. But I said it's not bad. It will entertain kids from 8 to 13. But
Sure.
after that, I think it's not going to be dark enough.
No,
They'll want that little bit of an edge, because they'll be teens and they want something a little edgier. But it's got an audience, and it'll do fine. It's going to be in theaters, so they're counting on it making a little bit of money. But I don't know that it's going to. I don't know what the budget was on this. What was the budget on this? You gonna tell me what the budget on this was?
I can't imagine it was too high.
No, I can't imagine that it was too high.
I mean, I don't know what Mel Gibson was asking for, but
right.
It
can't be a lot.
But anyway, it was, it's by no means a terrible movie, but it's also by no means a remarkably memorable movie.
Yeah, it's just it's a movie that exists. But to be fair, if this is not a Disney movie, it's Pastime Pictures. So I think it's one of those family friendlier type outlets. It's not Angel Films or whatever.
No, but it would be kind of on a similar wavelength.
Yeah, so I think a film like this, Mel's not going to ask a lot. I'd be surprised if the budget for this topped $25 million,
which to me just is way too much for what it is. But
my big thing would be location, because they did shoot it on some resort type island. And then you do have to pay Mel a little bit, but it's not like there's a ton of special effects.
No.
There's a few, but not a lot. It's fine. I almost feel like this should have just gone.
It feels like a direct to
streaming.
streaming thing,
And it is, yeah, but it is not. It hit theaters apparently on October 4th.
Yes,
That would be last week. So I'm not sure how it did. But you know what? Now I'm going to look it up. Monster Summer, because I can do that because I have it at my fingertips, and I'm the one with my hand on the recording button. Oh, you're not going to tell us? Wow, you're not going to. Really? Did you even open? Okay, hold on. There we go. Now tell me what we've made. Oh, you're not going to tell me. It's not no. The Box Office Mojo, not endorsed by this podcast, but they did not they do not have a number for that.
So it didn't.
Okay, here you go.
It. Okay.
Let's go to Reddit. This went unreported. This past weekend, Monster Summer debuted with $622,000 in 1,100 locations. Almost 1,200 locations. That is a $521 per theater average. So yeah,
I've seen worse, but
yeah, there have definitely been worse reports. So yeah, it's not gonna. It should have gone right to streaming, and then people could have just watched it at home, and it probably would have been fine. So they unfortunately, yeah, that is not a great name. Huh. This was directed by one of the kids from Wizards of Waverly Place. That's So Raven. So yeah, it that would explain its Disney feel and Nickelodeon feel.
Yeah, the kind of and the generic nature of it.
Yeah. So yeah, that's unfortunately there's not a lot to talk about here. There's not a lot worth talking about here. This is a movie that exists that a certain subset of children will not mind spending 90 minutes with. 97 minutes with. And 90 if you don't count credits. So there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, Monster Summer. It's in theaters, although for how long I cannot tell you. They've canceled bigger movies than that after 1 week. So we will see how that goes. So unfortunately, that is, unless there's something burning in your heart about Monster Summer, Ryan.
I have absolutely no burning.
Nope, nothing burning. No. That's sad. It is nice to. I mean, I will say this: Mel Gibson's character feels like if Riggs had not been insane and just been a small town cop.
Sure. Okay.
Exactly the same presentation. So that's it. So that's it. That's Monster Summer in theaters now. Run right out and see it if you want to, because it might not be there for much longer. And Lord knows where it will wind. It'll probably wind up on Netflix, maybe Hulu because of the Disney connection.
I don't know.
Some point. Although Hulu's a little more adulty for the most part. So that is it for this week's release. So let us know what you think if you actually went and saw it. Let us know if we're right, wrong, or other. Yeah. Don't forget to like us, follow us on social media. Go to the website, vsmoviepodcast.com. All of my written reviews are there. Links to Ryan's stuff on his day job and on glitterguttertrash.com. And you can get his stuff there. We link to that. And let us know how we're doing. Till next time, I'm Mark. That's Ryan. Bye, Ryan.
Hey, folks.
And we will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.